Should you buy Aerodrome Finance? Can it 15x? Can it 20x? Can it 100x? Well, let's dive into what is going on with this asset. We stripped away all the BS from these assets, all the hype. Only look at the facts, right? Aerodrome Finance is the central trading and liquidity marketplace on Base, meaning it is a bet on Coinbase's Base blockchain, right? That's a strong bet because the Base blockchain is putting out massive numbers naturally because Coinbase is one of the biggest entities by far in crypto, and therefore the Base blockchain, which runs on top of Ethereum, is a powerhouse asset. And this chart proves exactly how positive it is to be exposed to the Base ecosystem and to be a bet on the Base ecosystem. So as the Base ecosystem grows, Aerodrome grows. Look at the growth on the Base ecosystem. Base weekly active addresses in the current mini crypto winter we're in just hit an all-time high because Coinbase is just onboarding more and more people onto the Base blockchain. So how do we get exposure to Base? Well, we would buy the central trading and liquidity marketplace on Base. Now that's what they promise. Are they delivering? They have $648 million in total value locked. That is a lot, right? $10 billion of monthly trading volume. They're making $18 million monthly in fees, and they have 150,000 monthly users. So right there, there's growth, there's activity, there's a thriving ecosystem. The chart looks fantastic. It's in the buy zone. We would not want to be chasing this at $2, but it's starting to get to that buy zone. If you can get it under 50 cents, that would be amazing. If not, dollar cost averaging here makes sense, but only if the fundamentals are truly phenomenal, right? Because there are lots of DeFi assets out there that have activity, but what does the future look like? And what do the partnerships look like? Aerodrome recently partnered with Base, so they're deeply connected with Coinbase to accelerate adoption of native USDC stablecoins on the Base ecosystem. As a result, native USDC total value locked on Aerodrome grew to $150 million, an increase of 1,700% in a span of 5 months. So it's grown like crazy because it is a play on the Base ecosystem and they're deeply connected with Base/Coinbase. That is pretty massive for a crypto asset. You want a partner like Coinbase that is going to be pushing you value. Coinbase One, Coinbase's revolutionary smart wallet, and institutional offerings will all require a dedicated exchange on Base, and that is Aerodrome. At this point, it's hard to invest in DeFi assets because liquidity is so fluid. It can go anywhere. But when you have an asset that's this closely aligned with one of the biggest exchanges on the planet, which is custodying BlackRock's crypto and the US government's crypto, that's Coinbase. It's a great way to bet on Coinbase without buying Coinbase's stock because there's most likely more upside in the DeFi assets associated with it. Coinbase Ventures and US Representative Michael Collins scoop up Aerodrome's AERO token. So clearly Coinbase is bullish on Aerodrome. Liquidity Protocols token AERO surges 77% after Coinbase Ventures invests in Aerodrome Finance. So right there, really hard to argue with this asset. Now we can look at the valuation and see how much upside there is, but these are the fees that are being generated by Aerodrome. It's already beating PancakeSwap, Uniswap Labs, GMX, Curve Finance, Trader Joe on Avalanche, Velodrome, Thana, DYDX, QuickSwap, and all these others. It's skyrocketed to the number 2 exchange behind Uniswap. Uniswap Labs is different from Uniswap, but Aerodrome is the number 2 exchange. Now, Uniswap is a gigantic behemoth. What is the market cap of Uniswap? $6 billion. That is 10 times the fully diluted market cap of Aerodrome Finance, which is at $700 million. Now, they're only generating 4 or 5 times the revenue of Aerodrome, and they don't have as massive of a partnership as Aerodrome has with Coinbase. So Aerodrome is undervalued relative to Uniswap. Right there, it could hit its all-time high again of $2 in the crypto bull market when it returns. So let's dive through its actually going on with this asset behind the scenes. So the token holders are growing. We're now over 150,000. That's a pretty massive ecosystem. Total value locked in pink spiked massively, over $600 million. Do you think that's going to stop anytime soon if Coinbase keeps attracting capital into the crypto world and Aerodrome is going to capitalize on that? Most likely not going to stop anytime soon. What's very positive is the total value locked hasn't really fallen since April 2024. In April 2024, this asset was $2. So what happens if that continues growing? It means the price is going to catch up to the growth in the total value locked. So there is upside in this asset. And here's revenue in green. Hasn't stopped generating as much revenue as it did in April 2024. So this ecosystem is earning money. It's a strong business. As a token holder of this ecosystem, you benefit from this growth. So that's all great, right? Let's talk about the tokenomics of the asset because it's a crucial part of understanding an asset. And then we can talk about the price prediction and where this could possibly go. So essentially, this is an inflationary asset. Emissions will begin at 10 million AERO tokens per epoch. That's per week. And so this is what the total supply of Aerodrome looks like in the first 100 weeks. That's like 2 years. It's supposed to just steadily increase over time, right? So it is an inflationary asset. At least the inflation is linear, and the demand should outstrip the inflation, especially as this asset grows. But it is a fact that it's inflationary. It's not deflationary. It is in its early stages, so a little bit of inflation is fine. Remember, Bitcoin inflated from 0 to 15 million tokens, and the price of Bitcoin went from 0 to $20,000 in that exact same time. So a steady stream of inflation is not the end of the world, but it is a fact. It is an inflationary token. In a bear market, inflationary tokens don't do well. In bull markets, it doesn't matter. So in a bear market, the inflation will hurt it, but in a bull market, it won't matter at all. And this thing could easily skyrocket. Now, how high could it skyrocket? Remember, I do believe that Aerodrome Finance is positioned to be a massive competitor to Uniswap over time. Even though it's earning 4 to 5 times less the revenue than Uniswap, its growth potential is massive. So the market cap of Aerodrome is 700 million. Again, that's 10 times less than Uniswap, which is 6 billion. Where can Uniswap go? In the bull pump of 2024, it hit 15. So it doubled. It hit $12 billion. So why not in the next real bull market when crypto is discovered? Why couldn't the market cap of Aerodrome hit $12 billion? It could hit $15 billion. That would be from here a 21x move in Aerodrome. That would be in the next bull market. That is 100% possible as it takes away market share from Uniswap. Now, if it never really takes away market share from Uniswap, it could 10x conservatively. But if it does become a true competitor to Uniswap, then that 20x is very reasonable, especially over time. Thank you for watching. If you want me to cover any other assets, just let me know.